Hello, welcome to MSCF Financial Computing 1 in Mini 1 of 2022. I am John Ostlund, and I will be your professor for this course, as well as for the Financial Computing 2 course, which covers the C++ programming language. That will be in Mini 3 in the first half of next spring. Okay, so this course will be a continuation of what we discussed in the MSCF Python Programming Basics course in June and July, as well as the MSCF Programming Prep course in August. We're going to continue talking about Python and also some SQL and web scraping and some other things that will be of value to you in your work, hopefully also of value to you in interviews, in getting yourself an internship for this coming summer. All right, so I am available pretty much all the time during rational hours. I should be available to you 7 days a week between about 10 in the morning and about 9 o'clock at night. Sometimes I'm available sooner than 10. Sometimes I'm available later than 9. When I say I'm available, I don't mean that I'm necessarily sitting at my desk for all of this time, but I do check my email messages on a pretty regular basis. And so if you have a question you'd like to ask me by email, I try to respond as quickly as possible, almost always within 24 hours, sometimes within an hour or two. Sometimes if I happen to be sitting at my desk, you may get an answer from me within minutes. Okay, so you should never hesitate to send me email messages in the evening or on the weekends. I am here to help and as I said, available 7 days a week. I will have official office hours by Zoom twice per week. I will have them on Saturday evening between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. and also on Sunday from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. I set my office hours for Saturday evening and Sunday morning because for my course, the homework assignments are always going to be due just before midnight on Sunday. I'm also happy to arrange either individual or group Zoom sessions if you would like to request one from me. Again, send me an email if you would like to have a Zoom meeting with me face-to-face. Our lectures will be on Monday morning and Wednesday morning, from 10:10 to 11:40 a.m. in the usual classrooms in Pittsburgh and in New York. Our first lecture will be Monday, August 29. There will not be a lecture the following Monday, September 15th, because that's the Labor Day holiday. So that is the 1 week during the course that we will not have a lecture on Monday. I do have 5 teaching assistants for this course. These are all second-year MSCF students who did very well in my financial computing courses last year. You should feel free to contact them if you have questions. Primarily, what I expect my TAs to do for me is to grade homework assignments. Okay? Now, at their option, they may also hold office hours by Zoom. I leave that entirely up to them as to whether they wish to do that or not. At the conclusion of the course, there will be a hands-on Python programming exam of approximately 3 hours in length. I have not been given a specific date or time for that yet. As soon as I have a specific date or time, I will announce that and let you know. This is not going to be the kind of multiple choice matching thing that we had in programming prep. This is going to be a hands-on Python programming exam in which you will have to write a lot of working code in a somewhat less than 3-hour time period. Okay. We'll continue using Anaconda 2022.05 with Python 3.9. And the documentation is the same. Textbooks I recommend to you. These are available. Most of these are available for free online through the Carnegie Mellon University Library. As far as grades, 20% of your course grade is going to depend on your performance in weekly homework assignments. And as we did in programming prep, I am going to have you work as part of a team for each homework assignment. Teams will usually have 2 people in them, but if I have an odd number of people, at least one team will have to be 3 people then. I will group New York students with New York students and Pittsburgh students with Pittsburgh students. The team members will change from week to week, so that will give you a chance to meet and work with various people in your class. There are going to be quizzes available. There's a total of 10 quizzes available. 35% of your grade will be determined by your performance on these quizzes, and I'll say a lot more about those shortly. And then this hands-on final exam at the end of the course will be worth 45% of your course grade. Okay, so here are the letter grades and corresponding GPA points for those grades. I will not give A+ grades on homework, and I will not give A+ grades on topic quizzes. In order to get an A+ grade in the course, therefore, you will need to get A's on virtually all of your homeworks and virtually all of your quizzes, and you will need to score an A+ on the final exam. Typically, the top 5 or perhaps 10% of students will get an A+ on the final exam. All right, so your overall score, combining 20% of your homework, 20% for your homework, 35% for your quizzes, and 45% for your final exam, that weighted average has to be strictly greater than 4 in order to get an A+ in the course. Okay, roughly speaking, here are the topics that we'll be covering. I'm not going to read those to you. I think you can read those for yourselves. Homework assignments will be done on a team basis. Generally, each team is going to have 2 people in it, and teams will change from week to week. The best way to get value out of a homework assignment is to try to work on it yourself to begin with and make as much progress as you can yourself. Then compare what you've done with what your teammate has done, and between the 2 of you, you will have to make a decision about what you want to submit as the solution to the homework assignment for your team. You're also welcome to talk with anyone else that you like to talk with, other friends that you have. You're welcome to talk with as many people as you wish about your homework assignment. Okay, now I want to emphasize that you need to make sure that your Andrew IDs of both or all team members are at the top of each source code file so that the TAs don't have to go hunting for who is on each team in order to give scores to all of the team members. the curve here is if you get 90 points on a homework assignment, that is an A. Anything 90 points or better is an A. And then if your team gets lower than 90 points, here are the letter grades that you will get for those homework assignments. Topic quizzes will be on Canvas and will be similar to what we saw in the programming prep final. That is, quizzes will consist of a combination of true, false, multiple choice, multiple answer, matching kinds of questions. And each quiz will cover a specific topic. And these topics actually mostly are going to be things that we've talked about in the Python Programming Basics course and the Programming Prep course, just to make absolutely sure that you're very well acquainted with all of that prerequisite material. There are a total of 10 topic quizzes, and each quiz indicates what score you need in order to achieve an A on the quiz. You're allowed to take each topic quiz up to 4 times. However, you're only allowed to take each topic quiz at most 1 time per day, okay? I do publish all 10 of the quizzes all at once at the beginning of the course, but to prevent people from waiting until the last week of the course and trying to do all of the quizzes, which, people have tried to do that in the past and it has not worked out well for them. So, although I am going to publish all 10 of the quizzes, I require you to be finished with quizzes 1 and 2 by the end of the second week of class, and then quizzes 3 and 4 by the end of the third week, and then 4th week, 5th week, and 6th week. So you are required, starting in week 2, to finish at least 2 quizzes per week by the end of that week. It's totally fine if you want to take and pass all 10 of the quizzes in the first week. That's totally fine. I'm just not going to allow procrastination, so I am putting deadlines on these quizzes. Okay, now, so if you take, you can take as many different quizzes as one day as you like. So you can take all 10 of the quizzes in the same day if you would like to, but a given quiz you're only allowed to take once per day. And after you've taken a quiz on a certain day, of course, if you pass the quiz, you're done. If you fail to pass the quiz, I will give you another opportunity to take the quiz the following morning. I generally reset the quizzes to be available when I start working in the morning, typically around 9 or so. So after 9 or 10 in the morning, you will discover that you have another chance to take a quiz that you didn't pass. But remember that you have a maximum of 4 total times. Okay. Quizzes are like the programming prep final in that they are closed book, closed notes, no web access, no communication with other people, no access to a Python development environment while you're taking the quiz. You are permitted to use scratch paper and pencils or pens. You will need to use the Lockdown browser and also the Respondus monitor to which records your face while you're taking the quiz. You don't have to be in a CMU classroom, but you do need to be by yourself in a quiet room while you take each quiz. Now, it is possible that you will think a quiz question is ambiguous or just incomprehensible or whatever. If that's the case, do the best you can on that question. And after you're done taking the quiz, send me an email message about that question, and I will check whether I agree with you that the question is ambiguous or too bizarre. I do sometimes agree with students about badly worded questions, and and then I will give you a point for a badly worded question. All right, the final exam will be a hands-on programming exam. It will be 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It will be open book, open notes, open system. You will be allowed to access the web. You will be allowed to run, well, in fact, you will have to run some Python development environment in order to write the code that you're required to write during the final exam. But you are forbidden to communicate with other students or with anyone else, students or otherwise, during the exam. And as I said before, when I know the exact date and time of the final exam, I will publish that information. I don't know that information yet. All right. Okay. Homework assignments must be submitted by the due date specified in the homework assignment. You will lose points at a very rapid pace for late submission of homework assignments, so be careful that some member of your homework team does submit the finished homework assignment on time. Okay. I believe the remainder of this is common to all courses, and I will allow you to read these things yourself. Okay, so welcome aboard, and I will see you for the first lecture Monday morning at 10:10, August 29th. Take care.